Hi, this is Quirky Critic, and without wasting time, let's get into the video. Let's talk about Maze Runner. Running in circles has never been this entertaining. Maze Runner, 2014, or as I like to call it, Lord of the Flies meets Pac-Man, is a dystopian adventure that's part thriller, part puzzle, and all kinds of unintentionally hilarious. Directed by Wes Ball, this film plunges us into a world where teenagers run through a giant maze for reasons that are as clear as mud, battling memory loss, mysterious monsters, and the occasional bout of teenage angst. Let's start with our protagonist, Thomas, played by Dylan O'Brien. Thomas wakes up in a rusty elevator with no memory of who he is, where he's from, or why he's suddenly in what looks like a botanical prison camp. Watching Thomas try to piece together his identity while everyone else treats him like the new kid in a particularly deadly high school is like watching a reality show where contestants have to figure out the rules as they go. His knack for asking the right questions at the wrong time makes him both the hero and the prime suspect in a place where nobody trusts anyone. The Glade, the central area where the boys live, is run by Albie, played by Amal Amin, and his second-in-command Newt, played by Thomas Brody Sangster. Albie is the grizzled leader with a no-nonsense attitude, while Newt's British accent and calm demeanor make him seem like he's perpetually stuck in a BBC period drama. The rest of the Gladers, including the brooding Galley, Will Poulter, act like they've been plucked from a dystopian version of Survivor Teen Edition. Their attempts to create a functioning society out of sticks, mud, and recycled bits of logic are both admirable and laughable. The maze itself is the real star of the show, a giant, ever-changing labyrinth that's as dangerous as it is confusing. The walls shift around like they're playing an elaborate prank on the runners, and the whole place is infested with grievers, creepy, mechanical spider creatures that look like something a mad scientist dreamed up after a horror movie marathon. The sight of these teenagers sprinting through corridors, dodging deadly traps and grievers, is like watching a high-stakes version of tag where the losers get eaten. The plot, which revolves around the Gladers trying to find a way out of the maze, is as straightforward as a tangled ball of yarn. The introduction of Teresa, played by Kaya Scodelario, the only girl in the Glade, and the harbinger of even more confusion, adds another layer of mystery and awkward teenage interactions. Her sudden appearance and cryptic warnings make her less of a character and more of a walking plot twist. The dialogue continues to be filled with made-up slang and dramatic proclamations. Terms like greenie and shuck are thrown around with such seriousness it's almost comical. The constant use of phrases like, "we have to stick together and there's no way out" seem like they were lifted straight from a parody of every other dystopian movie ever made. The special effects are a mix of impressive and unintentionally funny. The grievers, while creepy, sometimes look like they escaped from a stop-motion animation studio. The maze itself, with its shifting walls and booby traps, is visually striking but occasionally veers into video game territory, making you wonder if you should be holding a controller instead of popcorn. The special effects are a mix of impressive and unintentionally funny. The grievers, while creepy, sometimes look like they escaped from a stop-motion animation studio. The action sequences are a blend of high-octane chases and dramatic showdowns. Watching the Gladers sprint through the maze, leap over obstacles, and narrowly escape grievers is thrilling, but also has moments of pure absurdity. It's like watching a parkour competition where the stakes are life and death, but the contestants have no idea what they're doing. Despite all its quirks and unintentional hilarity, Maze Runner is a fun and entertaining film. It's a reminder that sometimes the journey is more important than the destination, especially if the journey involves giant mazes, killer robots, and a lot of running. So grab your popcorn, suspend your disbelief, and prepare to be whisked away to a world where teenagers rule, mazes confound, and the answer to every problem is to run faster. After all, as the Gladers might say, if you ain't scared, you ain't human, and if you ain't laughing, you ain't watching it right. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Quirky Critic signing out.